We received Ashina the Red Witch in exchange for our review. We appreciate the opportunity to play this amazing game. Thank you so much, Stranger Games and Grab the Games. Many games set out to create new and interesting ways to play games. Some fly too close to the sun while others bask in it. Ashina the Red Witch isn't here to create new mechanics or reinvent the narrative genre. Instead, it buckles down on what makes games great. Stranger Games furthers that commitment by adding heart and a piece of themselves into the equation. This adventure isn't perfect, but it does exactly what it sets out to do: charm you with characters and keeps you hooked in an amazingly paced story. When I first noticed Ashina, I was skeptical. A 2D narrative puzzle game lacking combat or choice-based scenarios. That's not really my cup of tea. What drew me in was the beautiful pixel art I couldn't quit staring at. Until the final moment of the game, every town, character, and scenario was adding to this very rememberable art style. Stranger Games maximizes this experience by utilizing a very minimal heads-up display. The main characters, as well as the diverse cast of yokai, offer charming designs that engage the player throughout this narrative journey about a 20-something-year-old woman named Ash, or Ashina, trying to escape the afterlife with the help of a yokai named Tanto. Ashina the Red Witch has many good qualities, but none may be as good as the protagonists I just mentioned. Ash sets off into her journey through the afterlife when a swanky yokai named Tanto travels to the land of the living and steals her mother's pendant. Not every plot point is concrete, and it may need your imagination to carry you to the next chapter, but every time the flow successfully picks up those pieces. This narrative title presents an amazing buddy-buddy plot taking place in a setting heavily inspired by late 90s Japan. Some puzzles are so inspired by 90s lifestyle, I'm unsure if Gen Z would be able to solve them. Stranger Games furthers the immersion into the era with its witty and sometimes corny dialogue. This is not at a detriment though. The dialogue is used as a tool and knows when to take a quick left into some more serious tones of the story. During your time with Stranger Games' narrative adventure, you'll be introduced to many puzzles. Think of Ashina as playing Pokemon Blue without the Pokemon or battling. Sounds boring, right? Instead of yawning after the first hour, I really enjoyed my time fixing an old boombox. This introductory puzzle allowed me to get acquainted with the afterlife and the yokai that inhabit it. Throughout the story, each puzzle offers chances to meet great characters, experience memorable dialogue, and explore beautiful pixel environments. Every puzzle was welcoming and never overstayed while managing to increase difficulty. Even at times when I planned to find only one piece of the puzzle and hit the save button, the game flowed so well I ended up staying on longer than I anticipated every single time I played Ashina. Admittedly, this is a game I usually wouldn't play. I'm happy to say it will be one of my more remembered experiences of 2022. This title hooks you with funny characters and amazing settings, and then before you know it, you're deeply invested by the time more darker moments come into play. I thought I had a good idea of what this game was and what I would think of it. Today, I hope I've persuaded you into letting this game surprise you like I let it surprise me. Ashina the Red Witch is special and manages to set itself apart from the large library of games that release weekly. Geeks World Gaming gives this unique title a 9 out of 10.